Pound for pound king Islam Makhachev will return at UFC 330 on August 15 to defend his welterweight title against Ian Machado Gary. In my opinion, Ian Machado Gary is the rightful number one contender for the welterweight title. He's coming off that big win over former champion Bilal Muhammad. Prior to that, he had beaten Carlos Prates, who's on a hell of a run himself. So that win has aged really well. We last saw Islam Makhachev defeat Jack Della Maddalena at MSG to claim the welterweight title. And in my opinion, Ian Machado Gary has what it takes to beat Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title. If you've seen his fight against Shafkat Brackmanov, Ian Garry is notoriously difficult to take down. Shafkat managed to get a takedown against him in the fourth round of their fight, but Ian managed to get back up. He got taken down again, but in the fifth round, when Shafkat tried to take him down, Ian Machado Gary managed to scramble back up and secure Shafkat's back, where he managed to hold on for the entirety of the round. And Islam Makhachev in some of his fights has struggled against Volkanovski, who's a 145 pounder. Islam Makhachev wasn't able to keep Volkanovski down for large portions of the fight. Even Dustin Poirier managed to get back up from bottom position. And he had Islam Makhachev on the ropes in certain times of that fight. He scarred Islam Makhachev up pretty bad in that fight. And Ian Machado Gary has amazing cardio, great game planning. He's training with Charles Oliveira's team, who've already trained for Islam before, so they know what his strong suit is and they know how to game plan for this guy. So I got Ian Machado Gary winning this fight. And another big thing to consider is looking at the past two pay-per-view events with Sean Strickland beating Khamzat Chimaev and Justin Gagey pulling off that massive upset over Ilya Topuria. That is going to further fuel Ian Machado Gary's self-belief that he too can pull this off. And frankly speaking, if there's an underdog, I would pick to beat the champion of their division this year. It would be in Machado Gary. It certainly would not be Sean Strickland beating Khamzat Chimaev or Justin Gagey beating Ilya Topuria. I think Ian Garry is extremely talented. He's just 28 years old. He's super young, always learning. If you've seen, he goes all over the world to train. Probably one of the hardest workers out there in the UFC. So I can totally see Ian Garry managing to pull off this win against Islam Makhachev. I will watch more tape as we move towards this fight, but man, this fight is going to be the hardest fight of Makhachev's career, in my view. And yeah, maybe he's going to be able to pull it off, but 6'3" Ian Garry is going to be no mean feat. Volkanovski is 5'6", and Makhachev struggled against him at points in that first fight. Though I think Makhachev clearly won that fight, but that was not easy. Dustin Poirier had him in trouble at points in that fight. So Ian Garry is gonna be a handful. He's notoriously difficult to take down, has great movement, and even in the Jack Della Maddalena fight, when Jack was moving around, Makhachev wasn't really scoring the takedowns. It was when Jack planted his feet that Makhachev was able to take Jack down in that fight. And Ian Machado Gary moves a lot, laterally, front to back. He's very strategic with his movement, great cardio. We have seen him go 5 rounds against Shafkat Rakhmonov and Carlos Pratt. As we know, he has the gas tank to contest this match against Islam Makhachev and beat him. So I got Ian Machado Gary pulling off this upset against the pound for pound king. And Mackenzie Dern versus Gillian Robertson will also take place at this event. Not much to say here. They are both trash in my view, but I think Mackenzie Dern is slightly better at striking, though even she too throws punches like this. She looks down at the ground, throws an overhand, and hopes for the best. And Gillian Robertson is no better, but I think Mackenzie Dern's danger in the Mackenzie Dern's a hell of a grappler, though. Mackenzie Dern's a hell of a grappler. Gillian Robertson also has good wrestling, but I think the fear of Mackenzie Dern's submission game is gonna dissuade her from working a wrestling game and on the feet. I think Mackenzie Dern is by far more dangerous, at least than Gillian Robertson. I wouldn't say better because, well, I mean, you just have to look at their fights to know how bad they are. But here we go, fellas. Huge matchup in the welterweight division. I'm so excited for this fight. Let me know what you all think. Islam Makhachev, Ian Garry, August 15th. I can't wait. Peace.